Hello, I would like to invite you to read with me chapter of Charlene Darling, A Very Slow Turtle by Beck. And chapter 3 is The Salad Bowl. And it starts out with a picture of Green Jean, Tor's aunt, and she is decorating a Christmas tree. Let's see, we left off where Tor was escorting Charlene Darling to the Council of Turtles, and it is quite a journey. Tor led Charlene Darling inland to a small group of vendors who serviced the locals. The hungry turtles sat at a table for two where they were greeted by a smiling waitress. "Welcome to the salad bowl. My name is Green Jean, and I will be serving you." "Hi, Tor. What's up?" the friendly waitress said while laying down the menus.
"Hey, Aunt Jeannie, showing my friend around. We won't need menus," answered Tor.
"I'm Charlene Darling, ma'am," Charlene stated. "Your nephew is a lifesaver."
"A risk-taker is more like it," argued the spunky middle-aged turtle.
"Have you seen what he does out there on the waves? Boy's gonna break his shell one of these days." Green Jean jabbed at Tor's underarm while gently scolding him.
"Come on, Aunt Jeannie," Tor winced and pleaded. "I'm a big boy."
"What'll it be today, Tor?" Green Jean inquired.
"The Turtle Tower, please," answered Tor. "We'll share a bowl. And 2 waters with lime, please."
"Any salad dressing?" Green Jean asked.
"Darling?"
Tor directed at Charlene, as Tor's aunt lifted an eyebrow and fought back a smile. "Do you have Green Goddess?" Charlene Darling softly asked. "Yes, we do," answered Green Jean as she took up the menus and made her way to the kitchen. "Excuse me, Tor, nature calls," Charlene Darling said in a low voice as she weaved between the tables to find the restroom. Tor, once again, secretly watched Charlene and commented under his breath,
"We most certainly do have a Green Goddess here."
By the time Charlene Darling returned from the ladies' room, a very massive, tall, and scrumptious salad had been delivered to their table. "Sorry to make you wait, Tor," Charlene apologized. "You should have started without me."
"3 things," stated Tor. 1, I am a gentleman, which you should know by now. And 2, I did not want to disturb the integrity of the tower without you, darling. I have aesthetic appreciation."
"What's 3?" Charlene asked after she sat down.
"Dig in,"
Tor enthusiastically exclaimed as he grabbed his fork. Charlene did the same, and the attack of Turtle Tower was on. Between scrumptious bites of mixed greens and sips of water with lime, Charlene explained to Tor in great detail her present predicament. He listened attentively as he chewed, and when Charlene had finished her tragic tale of exceptional slowness, he put down his fork and leaned back. Then he sat straight up and said,
3 things, darling. 1, did you check out your reflection when you went to the ladies' room?
He leaned in as he spoke.
"You're a turtle. Turtles are not the speediest of creatures by nature. 2, Tor continued, you're not that bad. You haven't gotten under my shell. I haven't had to pull you up dunes or push you down the beach to get you to keep up. And you've eaten a good portion of the salad while talking, I might add. You're a whiz at eating."
"What's 3?" Charlene Darling questioned.
3 is, Tor said in summation, "What do I know? I think you exhibit righteously respectable mentality by seeking out the wisdom of the Council of Turtles."
"Thanks, Tor. I needed that," Charlene Darling said sincerely and put her turtle hand on Tor's. For a split second, Tor felt paralyzed. Then he quickly jerked his hand from Charlene's and pointed to the wall directly behind her.
"Hey, look at that!" he broadcasted. "It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, Darlene."
Charlene Darling slowly spun around in her chair to see a lovely Christmas tree light up as Green Jean plugged in the cord. "Beautiful," marveled Charlene, and added, "I didn't realize Christmas was so close." "Today is the first day of December," Green Jean pointed out. "'Tis the season. I love green. Green is the color of goodness, in my opinion. Green food, green creatures, green Christmas trees. I can't think of anything green that isn't good." "Except maybe the Grinch," Charlene commented. "Is he green?" asked Green Jean. "Oh, yes," answered Charlene Darling. "Then he's a wonderful soul," Green Jean argued. "Green is the color of goodness in my book."
"I guess she never read the book How the Grinch Stole Christmas," Tor mumbled with amusement. "Aunt Jeannie, thanks for the grub. Want me to take a load to the pigs?" asked Tor.
"Be the bee's knees if you did, Tor," responded Green Jean. "Here's the keys to the truck," Jean said as she pinched a keychain from her shell and tossed the jangling handful to Tor.
"You get to ride to Suey Sound in style, my lady," Tor said as he bowed slightly and gestured for Charlene to proceed.
"Why, thank you, young man," Charlene said and giggled. "And thank you, Green Jean, for the exquisite lunch. What do we owe you?" Green Jean explained. "Tor works around here to pay for meals. You're covered, my dear." "Thank you," Charlene Darling said again, as the two turtles left to load buckets of spoiled salad greens and chopped vegetables into the back of a very green truck. As they drove, Charlene Darling learned more about Tor. She learned he did odd jobs to help out his Aunt Jean at the salad bowl, that he had extensive family in the area, and that he delivered spoiled food to Suey Sound to keep the pigs out of his aunt's restaurants. Apparently, Green Jean did not like cleaning up after them, and they had an odor some customers found offensive. The pigs and Green Jean had a symbiotic relationship. Since the pigs weren't picky about what they ate or how it was served, free delivery of spoiled leftovers delighted the homebody pigs. At the same time, it cut down on Green Jean's trash problem. Tor parked near the edge of Hog Quarters Hang and warned Charlene Darling.
"Be careful, darling. The edge of the overhang is not exactly stable. Step in the wrong place and you will have one gnarly ride all the way down to Suey Sound."
Charlene Darling carefully helped Tor line up the pig feed along the edge of the overlook. Tor stood Charlene Darling beside himself on secure rock as they observed the pigs sunning themselves below. "They seem very calm and peaceable. Nothing about them is off-putting as far as I can see," Charlene Darling confessed.
"Or smell?"
Tor asked. "I have smelled worse," Charlene Darling remarked honestly. Tor smiled and screamed, "Suey!" which made Charlene Darling jump, which in turn made Tor grab her arm and steady her. Then a "Suey, Suey, Suey" call followed, and Tor began dumping buckets of pig feed to the stampede of pigs below. Pigs grunted, squealed, pushed, jumped, and fought. They slurped, smacked, rooted, and bit.
"What do you think of them now, darling?" Tor inquired.
"They act like they're starving," Charlene responded as she looked in disbelief.
No ribs sticking out of those little piggies. They don't miss many meals," Tor stated. Then he added, "I'm going to return the truck to the salad bowl and walk back. You want to come with me or rest your shell here, my dear?"
Charlene answered, "I'll wait for you here if that's okay, Tor."
"Noble call, darling," Tor said in agreement. "Be back in 2 shakes of a terrapin tail." And off he drove. That was a shorter chapter. Thanks for being with me.